Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Aquarius for September 2021. We're at the end of September though, so keep in mind that time is fluid. This is just kind of like the date I'm putting on it. So guys, no matter what messages come through, remember it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. So use that power wisely. For all my subscribers, I love you. Thank you guys for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you feel like it resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join this journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. So I'm just going to take a moment to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join us. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, as well as the most far-reaching, the messages for the most far-reaching, but only messages for the highest good of everyone. So I'm going to start off today with a Messages of Life Oracle from Mario Dugue to see some spiritual advice that Spirit has for the rest of the month or going into the next month. So they dropped these, I'm going to show you, but these they dropped facing me. So we have awareness, stand tall and strong, searching within, I grow, the path of light. Right away with those cards, what I heard was, the more you're becoming self-aware and aware of your own gifts, I heard aware of your own motives, the more we become more aware of ourselves on our path of light. This is important because first off, it's helping us to grow. We're finding the answers we're looking within, because there are some answers that we're looking for that nobody else can give us. Those aren't in the textbook. If you were to search online, you're not going to find them because they're in here. So this is getting in touch with our inner temple. And I want to read you this. It says, "What I see and what I live is a mirror of my inner self. Not as my outer, but my inner conditions are the source of my difficulties in life. With each of life's challenges, I search within to learn how I can grow stronger. Through this searching, self-searching, I will find the best answers and the greatest healing. I study myself and transform myself." And this is really important as well, I think, when it comes to tall and strong and awareness along your path of light and you grow. Because this is bringing awareness to our internal state. And what I'm hearing is reactions and things like that. So some of us, it may be projections that someone may be projecting onto you, or it could be vice versa, right? You're encountering situations where you're projecting onto someone because of how you're feeling at this time. Okay, so take it how it resonates. Excuse me. What I got, though, here with love appears, remain in the light, crossing into the light. I do not dwell upon my pain. I stop fighting against the things that have hurt me. I rise up boldly and ask for the understanding that will free me of my duality. Through my desire to stay in the light of my being, God will send his helping angels so that love and peace will find their way to me. And this is also really important in terms of crossing into the light, because I think it's really important in this that this is just to let the guard down. What I heard is just surrender and to stop the fight, especially in terms of if this has to do with your spiritual connections, that a lot of us, I heard, we may have some blocks on this as well, into coming into this light, into coming into our spirituality as well. And interesting that crossing into the light and remaining in the light came in the same time. So just a little tidbit. This sat in my fridge for like a year because I used to pull these cards and like, what do I need to know? And I'd stick it in my fridge. And remain in the light was something that it was there for a long time. And this means a few things, okay? I'll read it to you, but I want you guys to take what you feel it resonates for you, okay? No matter what happens, I remain in the light without becoming discouraged or angry. I observe, take time to think calmly and wisely, and go forward with complete confidence, knowing that I will succeed. Through constantly nurturing my soul, I become a strong and solid being of light. Crossing into the light, each stage of my life is a new bridge to cross on my journey. to inner transformation. If I face a situation with anger or resistance, I will remain in place. It is only through dealing with each situation positively that I will grow and evolve. When I work with my inner light and practice the laws of spiritual love every day, I discover the true meaning of life. This comes back to this searching within and understanding our triggers, understanding that sometimes I heard PMS, things like this, right? Sometimes our hormones may be out of whack, sometimes we're imbalanced, sometimes we're just having a really crappy day, or we're feeling extra emotional. There's some stuff going on in the cosmos and the ethers. It's Mercury retrograde. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening, and there's like a whole bunch of planets retrograde too. So I think it's really important, and what they're saying is you might be being taken back to situations from the past, and this is where we're given a chance to see with clear eyes. So for some of us as well, and this could be, we are realizing now how we reacted to a situation or what we thought about a situation. Our perception at the time might have been a little skewed. So we may be looking at it differently. What I heard as well is when we're healing, okay? Because on a healing journey, this takes time, right? So let's say we reacted because of a trauma we have. We've had a trauma or something's going on. We react poorly. Sorry guys, I'm tired today, but I felt so called to bring this message. So if I yawn, it's not because I don't want to be here. I'm just tired. But where we react to a situation, because one, we're tired, right? We're overtired, and it's like, you know what, I'm not all here today, man. Or something hits a nerve, right? And you're angry, and it could be that somebody said something meaning one thing. But in our trauma brain, we hear something else, and we have projected it, okay? It's kind of like, I'll give you an example. They're telling me, if somebody tells you look really nice today, but you don't feel like you look really nice, and you feel kind of crappy, and you internalize that as them making a joke, of saying, you look really nice today. I know it's a small little one, but this is as easily as misunderstandings can happen. So love appears. I think it's important, again, not to focus. Sorry guys, oh my gosh. If some of you need a nap, take it. And if I put you to sleep with this, I'm sorry. But this is just letting go of those things that have hurt us. And what I mean is important too, is what I heard with this, is like, if there's people around you who are trying to trigger you, trying to get a reaction from you, stay within and say, you know what, what's going on here? This feels like this person's trying to trigger me, and search within for those answers, my friends. So you have the Hangman and the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is in reverse. I heard somebody's fibbing. Somebody's telling a lie. Tell me about this Queen of Swords, please, with this Hangman. The Wheel of Fortune. Could even be that in the past, somebody, could be you again, like, there's been some untruths told. And this has a lie, okay? So bear with me again. What I'm hearing with this Queen of Swords, now again, if it's not yours, don't take it, but I'm picking up on with this kind of an abusive asshole who would want to rock someone's stability, who would want to make somebody think or feel that they weren't sane, is what I heard. There's lots of tactics. I heard gaslighting on this as well, to tell you that, we've all heard these things, that we remember things differently. So, so if somebody has said something to you, right? This wasn't a projection. You're not taking it wrong. They've said something. They've done something. You confront them, and they say, I didn't do that. You can say, well, we remember that differently. Because they could say they didn't do it, but they did it, right? So I think that there's a real choice in your hands right now. Especially, I feel like, because I do think that if you've resonated on this person or somebody trying to rock your stability, you've seen through this shit, and you're ready to cut through the bullshit, and you're ready to make the choices that are going to bring some major changes in your life. It's going to shut that, guys. It is so cold. It feels like winter already. They're telling me you've been on this wheel too long. Whatever this is. Spirit, can you tell me about the Wheel of Fortune? Justice and the Page of Hazards. For some of you, okay, and this is not all of you, and this may not last, my battery may die, so this may be a short one. But some of you, there is legal proceedings about to happen or happening. For some of you, you could be about to serve papers. For some of you, you have been served papers. I feel like this almost feels like someone to me coming that there's justice happening. Tell me more about this Page of Hazards with the justice, please. It's slow moving, though. I feel like the justice in this is slow, and this is where they're telling me this is the slow gain, okay? It's not something to look at that we're going to have this figured out all in one shot. So they dropped a few. They showed me the Six of Wands like that. And then we have the Five of Cups and the Tower. There's going... With the Six of Wands in the reverse, we're not going to see victories in our worlds until we make the changes to those things that bring us heartbreak and sadness. So with one of these cards, I was saying, like, in your own, to get in there within your own awareness, right? And I think that this is going to be really important as well for you with your own awareness to see the places where... Don't shoot the messenger. Okay, guys, the Spirit, she said, you may have contributed to your own downfall. We've all done this, okay? But you may have contributed a little bit to, maybe we've been upset. You see this? She's not looking at the danger behind here. So this could even be that if we've had tower moments in our world, or if things have been really difficult, we may have been so preoccupied in our grief that we weren't even aware that the changes were happening, or that we've been so preoccupied in our grief we haven't been able to see the victory that's right in front of us. So for some of you, and this comes down to this justice with this Page of Swords, that there is changes coming, that justice has come in. And what I heard with this, even though this page is slow moving in terms of integrating this, that whatever this Tower is, it's friggin' quick. It is swift. So let's go. So there's a couple more cards here. We have the Five of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Wands. Interesting with the Queen of Swords up in the reverse. It almost feels like someone vying for your attention or your affection. Five of Wands, this is also internal struggles about love. And I feel like this is also, how do we care for people? How do we show love? The Queen of Wands, she's a caring, giving, nurturing, energetic, fiery, passionate person, right? And in this case, I feel like she's given too much. She's given. It's her own blood hooked up trying to save somebody, and here she has her hand holding on to like somebody's leg, right? Like there's something here with that leg though too, that this person has a pretty strong grip, okay? They also said gaslighting. So this also feels to me like whatever changes are happening, because to be honest, you got the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Tower together, there's changes happening. Feel like they're in your favor, and if they don't feel like they're in your favor now, this could be back to that spiritual advice, okay? Because sometimes things don't feel good at the time, but they were for our highest good, okay? It's kind of like, I'll give you my example. Years and years ago, like my first boyfriend was seriously emotionally abusive, and it was back and forth for a really long time. And it's one of those things that like you're just always in a state of like worry about the stability of the relationship, okay? And it's one of these things that it's hard to move on, because I heard also trauma bonding, you might have been with this person for a really long time. And Spirit's like, yeah, but you're not helping yourself. You're pouring your love into this person. You're pouring your energy into this person. And I also heard, depending on your situation, the person who this is, like if they're gaslighting you and they're trying to make kind of crazy and make you question your own validity, they're abusive. And this is stuff where I heard this needs to be brought to justice. One of the biggest ways this is going to be brought to justice is you seeing it and you standing up for yourself, and no longer when somebody comes at you with this, or you can say, oh, well, okay, I must have, I must have been mistaken. This is no. Again, those words, we remember things differently, which I think is what I'm actually going to title this thing, is we remember things differently. So again, with that boyfriend, with the, it's one of those things that when that finally ended, it's scary, right? Because it's what you've known, but it opened the doors to so many things. Now, I do want to say with that if you're experiencing, if this isn't the first partner, because again, I'll be a little open with myself, there were a few partners I had that were like that because it was a pattern within me that needed healing. It was a pattern within me that needed to learn how to stand up for myself. It was a pattern within me that, just needed to make better choices with my heart and be a little bit more guarded with my heart. And I feel like this is something that over time you've been learning this lesson. So the justice here, as well as that love, real love, isn't going to be making you fight with yourself, isn't going to be picking little fights all the time just to have some sort of state of conflict. Because I do really feel like you've been dealing with someone who really enjoys conflict, and you've been in a state where, these 2 5s, it's time for change. Because both of these are struggle. It's a struggle bus, man. And it's time to make things right and to accept what I heard is your fate, and your fate is victory. Your fate is slaying these zombies. I don't know, it was Capricorn. So if any of you are cuspers, there was a reading I did about, Walk in Faith Zombie Slayer. It's mainly because one of these cards talks about a zombie slayer, but this is what it is. Slaying through that undead bullshit. Slaying through this stuff that no longer makes sense, this archaic language, archaic knowledge. There's something here you guys are going to be very victorious for. But again, it's going to take you recognizing your own power in this. And for some of you, it is rocking the status quo and rocking the stability of what you know to be comfortable to create a change that's going to help you in your future. So I have the Dragon Oracle here as well. And they threw a bunch. Oh my god. That Thor's dragon here, he's here to protect you in time of change. I love this. Love this. Pink, rose pink dragon, which prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. And the gold and silver flame dragon transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, healing. Offer service under grace. So with this one, it's protecting you in a time of change, and it says a time of rapid transformation and transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe. You are safe throughout this. No one is going to be able to take the rug out from under you unless you let them in this situation. And again, you're not. So remember those words. If you do have a gaslighting person around you, we remember things differently. That's powerful. I also heard, and I just want to say before I end this, if you do have to have that kind of confrontation, remember that you are protected by Thor. You are protected with his mighty hammer. No matter what they say to you, no matter how they try and spin and twist things, you know the truth, you know your truth, and you stand in that, my friends. That's the message I have. I love you all. I really hope it resonates, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.